All right, welcome everyone. We're Semblance of Sanity. I'm Caleb.
I'm Jacob.
And we're here for
Samurai Champloo, episode 19. Mugen got a proper education.
He did.
He's a learned man now.
Yeah.
He knows those letters and characters.
He can wield the kanji.
The pen and the sword.
Hiragana.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, probably just the kanji.
Baby steps. Baby steps.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
But, we got more Jin backstory. It was very in-depth. Yeah, it's great.
He had another master
That's right.
he let die. Classic Jin stuff. Yeah. Yeah. Fu now has two more, her boys are more accomplished, I guess, now.
Indeed. And she has even bigger self-esteem issues because they were more interested in her little furry friend than her. I mean, hey, they had artistic eyes, right? They knew what was what.
It's true. It's true. So yeah, y'all, without further ado, let's get into this. If they're gonna loaf around, they might as well bring back a loaf, yep.
Yep.
Oh.
Ooh.
Oh. Shit.
All right. Serious episode. Let's go.
Yeah.
Hey, you fool around, you're gonna find out.
Yeah, me. I'm the woman. We'll wait outside. Yeah. Karmic justice and unholy union. Oh. What?
Okay.
Oh, you won't do it? You're a hidden Christian.
All right. Well, took all of about 5 seconds. Oh.
Oh my God, we got a Westaboo here.
Yeah. Oh
Yeah.
my God. Oh. This dude's eyes.
Yep. What the fuck is
Holy
that gun?
shit.
What the fuck? Never mind, not a
So-
serious episode.
So, how inbred do you think this guy is?
Whoa.
Oh.
Oh, dang.
Okay.
Oh. Oh, shit.
Oh shit. Yeah.
Oh, shit. You pull the blade. Oh, no. Yeah, drawing a blade is not smart.
Nope.
You were very lucky. All right, well, here we go.
Better storm the whole place.
Right. Right. Are they headed to the island? What? What?
Good presentation for a secret, meeting in a cave.
Oh no, heaven over population.
Inflation has just been real bad. Oh.
Well, shit. The
Uh-oh.
gun cult. We got some hell
Bible-
yeah brothers.
Yeah,
up in
yeah.
here,
Bible
yeah.
thumping and gun toting.
Yep, yep. Unholy union indeed. Damn.
Okay.
Now they've got willing slaves to
Yeah.
work their gun factory.
Mm-hmm.
It's a fun way to combine the foreign religion with the, foreign weaponry,
Yeah.
No shit. Yep, here we go.
Mm.
Correction.
Who's the con artist
Right.
that's making out like
Yeah,
a bandit off of you?
exactly.
That nose is just the theory, the game theory.
This guy's just gotta go.
Yeah, he's so
Chop him
scummy,
up.
but his demeanor is so.
Yeah.
Yeah. It knows exactly what to do.
Yeah. Where have I seen
Okay.
Whoa, okay.
Oh shit. Okay.
Yeah, there he is. Wait. Is her father the one that smells...
Oh.
Oh. Oh. I did come here, but... Oh.
Gotcha. His voice is so funny, but the things that he's saying are
His
so
shitty
awful.
Japanese also is hilariously funny.
Says the priest participating in and officiating the wedding while holding a minigun.
No, that's a holy item, Jacob.
yes.
Shows that he's got a passport to heaven.
Right, right. It's the Platinum Express passport to heaven. Okay.
Hell yeah, foo.
I thought those guns got us into heaven. You idiot! Why'd you admit that right in front of the crowd?
Uh-oh. But he said too! Yeah, fuck him up.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yes.
That's what's called...
Oh my god!
And no one called out Shiza for him. Wait.
Oh my god.
Holy shit.
Oh. Oh, you piece of shit.
He just had an even bigger gun. Well, are you gonna kill her or kill them? That's...
A misfire! Fuck yeah! Yes!
Oh, the Lord's justice.
Yeah. Karmic justice.
Yeah.
Oh, fuck yeah. Yeah, of course. Okay. Oh my god, what a
And then it cuts to her squatting on like the broken rubble, and like all the other church people having the guns, and it's like, so we're never gonna let someone do something like that again, right? No.
All right.
Okay.
We got our guns and Bible toting,
Yeah.
cult of the absolute,
But it's that being like using religion to convince people to then make guns to then sell to get
some
money.
next level shit.
That's double dipping on the money thing.
The thing is that in some ways, I'll bet this is actually closer to reality than most of the silly episodes in Champloo of like, this totally happened in history. Because this one didn't have the narrator come in and be like, this totally happened. In some ways, because of the way that, guns were brought into Japan and the way that Christianity kind of came part and parcel with that.
It makes a lot of sense. You go to the place where it's hey, we're all hiding here in secret. We don't want to be found. You convince them to do something for you, and they'll keep the secret because they have another secret.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. But then the way in which they hammed it up so much with the the Jesus statues, and one of them, carrying the cross over the shoulder,
Yeah. Like this is
oh man, yeah. There's so much.
It takes me back to the clips of charismatic pastor with Fusro Da, as all the crowd falls over or whatever, like that kind of shit.
Oh my god, yeah. Christianity has so many fucking dumb layers to it when you get into the ways in which it's been twisted and adjusted to so many fucking cult things and stuff
that whole
that.
thing, because what the dude said is true. Is once you bring God into the mix, you can people believe anything.
People believe whatever you want. Yeah.
There's the saying if you can't make money in war, you just can't make money. I feel like it's the same thing with religion. If you can't make money with religion, you just can't make money.
Yeah.
And sometimes you can do both,
It's the sad thing in that a lot of, you look at history, religion was used to, basically cover a fear that human beings had as we were, evolving and growing. But in a lot of ways, some of the best aspects of humanity have come even in spite of that aspect of religion. Sure. Not even in spite of, but even in some ways because of that. There's so much that you can put towards humanity's worst parts with religion, and yet also look at some of the ways in which it's actually been so much humanitarian stuff has been done because of that.
Well, because if you think about it as far as a logic standpoint, it kind of breaks the rules, because if you're thinking about something that is fundamentally beyond our reality, whether or not that's exactly whether or not that's actually true, that can then cause things to happen that just don't make sense. Whether it's the the
group of people being able to work together for more than
exactly or a
basic organization,
or they'll just all work together for an organization making guns for this dude, and and yada yada, and who cares, right? Yeah. And I love how in this episode you also don't entirely know what kind of vibe it's going to go for, because when the two dudes are chasing the girl, you think oh, this is going to be some kind of mafia gang kind of thing or
Sure.
something like that, right?
Sure.
And then it's like, oh wait, and then there's the whole like Christian test thing, which almost seemed to be set up later that like that was how they would like recruit people, because
Yes.
then they'd make people scared of being Christian to then force them to the place, so that then they would be scared and do what they wanted.
So what it is basically is that it's it's exactly that, but they were also like having people that would just be potentially scared of the bad karma of doing something to something that's a religious bit of iconography. And then it's like, we've caught a Christian. And then they keep them so scared that they could be outed by then putting them into that mix there. Even if they weren't Christian to begin with.
Oh, sure.
It's the thing of someone being like, will you spit on this Buddha statue? And
right.
it's like, no, I'm not
right.
stupid.
The people that aren't religious, but they're still like, but I'm not going to like, I'm not going to try and like stick up a church, right?
Right.
I'll stick up a bank, but I'm not going to stick up a church, right? Like that's, I don't need that. Like,
I don't need to test that,
Yep. Like,
especially back in this time where people are like way more superstitious in general because there's not as much education. So like, that's a great recruitment tactic as well for their fucked up little cult.
And
got going
you
here.
get the local like government people or whoever, people in power in on it to do it, so that then it funnels willing workers to then make the weapons that you need that you then buy. Right? There you go. And I love that this guy's so stupid that he spends truly ridiculous amounts of money, because I think Rio is like the gold coin.
It is the gold, yeah.
They had a point, I think, where they got paid like 3 Rio, and it was like, we are loaded.
We are set. Yeah.
So he was spending thousands on
sandals,
NFTs, basically. like
it's true.
Like, it has the certificate of authenticity. These sandals are connected to 2 historical figures. Like,
I mean, that's probably my favorite.
They might actually be.
Regardless of whether they might be, it actually tells you something that's a little bit sad and depressing about even these like cult leader people.
Right, like they actually don't know what to do with the money when they get it.
Well, yes, I didn't even think about that, but I was going to go even deeper in another direction of the idea that they're so used to scamming people, right?
Oh, that they don't think about the idea that they could get scammed?
They don't think about the idea that they could get scammed, so because they end up being so believing their own thing that they end up not being able to even use basic critical thinking.
Yeah, like the
it actually reduces their own intelligence.
Right, the dude tries to pass himself off as like, okay, well then, since I'm the one who saved you, that means I'm your messiah. And like, granted he's desperate, but like there's that part of him that actually thinks that the people will fall for that, granted, because they've probably shown themselves to be pretty gullible so far.
Yeah.
But it's like, no, you've been outed. They're yeah, no, that's not going to work. That just isn't going to work.
There's a rotting of the brain and the soul that's happening here that I really like, is that, and that's why I in some ways find cults fascinating, is the idea that there's this aspect of human beings that is really, really almost depressing, in that we yearn so much for belonging and connection that we'll literally throw aside all reality, logic, reason, all these really helpful tools that have brought us through life, because you're just a little bit desperate, you're a little bit scared, you're a little bit uncertain. And the fact that like there are people specifically trying to actively prey upon that, because it's so rampant and widespread of a problem. It's such an intrinsic need of humanity.
Yeah.
That cults will never go out of fashion in that regard.
No.
And
in a lot of ways,
I find that not as a thing of that where the cults themselves and why they choose to drink Kool-Aid, for instance, is the thing, but more the idea of why do people have all this, or so many of them have this inherent need for this, that they're willing to then always fall that's in every age and every
yeah. Well,
we as a species and as a people keep falling for this over and over and over again.
I mean,
even as education, all that keeps going up, there will always be, people falling for it.
I'm not particularly well read in that kind of stuff, but the perspective on it that I tend to have is that the actual line of what defines a cult versus just like a community is not actually that clearly defined, and that's why people end up falling into it, is because you could just like, you know, it's that when the community reaches that level of like bad, you know, of like harming its own members or whatever, or closed offness or whatever. It pushes past that threshold where it's like, okay, we define it as a cult.
Yeah,
right?
I would describe it in the same way as a sickness, is that there are symptoms, is that if you have enough of these symptoms all together, you could be in a cult, basically.
Right. Yeah, exactly. But the fact that it's so similar in some of the mechanical aspects, I feel like that's what makes people not as easy to realize it.
Yeah, makes it easier for them to fall into it.
Yeah, because it's the, oh, cool, we're getting a good thing here. And then it's like, but wait, have you taken stock of all the other shit? You know? And it's like, oh, no, I guess not. You know, and then you maybe don't realize until you're outside of it, and then you're like, oh God, yeah, that was bad.
Right, and I think
or maybe you still don't after you're out of it.
Yeah, and I think it's also reductive to then basically say, I see one symptom of something that's cult-like here, therefore this is a cult.
Right, you know, the cult classic, cult fan base, you know, right? Like where it's the, you know, that word is used because it's like, it's the...
Well, a lot of people really, really like those things.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. You know, it's that intense fervor, you know, surrounding something.
Right, that doesn't make it...
That doesn't make it an actual cult, but it's the, you know, like...
Yeah, or even that, you know, like the idea of people liking a thing, then the group that likes that doesn't make them a cult either.
No, but...
No, when we talk about cult, we're talking about a very specific list of like, it's like 20 things that if you see all these together, yeah, you're in a cult, like you are for sure. And it's also, I would say, based around human baser elements and displays of greed and manipulation and desire and lusts and all those other kinds of things.
To quote Creed, I've been in many cults, both as a member and a leader. You have more fun as a member, but you make more money as a leader.
Yes. Ultimately, it's a way to consolidate power by the manipulation of massive people. But it was really fun to have in this very relevant to the main plot Samurai Champloo episode, a bit of lore surrounding the world, since this is a, you know, alternate universe Japan and stuff, but then having the very real aspect of Christianity in Japan and what that meant, but also tying in the whole gun side of things with Japan as well. And then it's there was a hidden coven, if you will, of Christians that were on an island, but then the police basically found them out and destroyed the village. So everyone scattered, maybe. But then it's the idea that the guy who was the samurai who smelled the sunflowers, who is, yes, Fu's father.
Yep. He was there.
He was there, so he could still be hiding out on the island.
Or at the very least, we have a trail to work from. It's not just Fu saying there's somebody that smells a particular way that probably doesn't even smell that way anymore, realistically.
But no, it's we all knew him we knew him as the samurai who smelled the sunflowers.
Yeah, it's like, oh, that guy. Yeah.
Yeah, like everyone knew him as that in the same way that like Mugen is like the wild dog samurai.
Right. Maybe he had a hobby
the glasses samurai.
Yeah,
for
Jin,
you know?
The dude could have had a hobby of growing sunflowers in his at his home. And so it's and
that's probably exactly
the sunflower guy.
That's probably exactly what he did as well.
Sure, because I mean, from the memories that we've seen, that seems to be what the case probably was for Fu
with the ED.
Yeah. So maybe that's a habit that they've continued.
Which is fun too, because the idea that he was her father was like almost in some ways obvious with the way that the ED kind of described him.
Yeah.
But also with the intensity with which she looked for him, and then the stuff with her mother. So the confirmation is nice, but I guess also the angle that he might have been a notorious Christian samurai is kind of interesting.
Yeah, it's potential more information to work on.
Right, he would stand out even more, I would say. So that's
but at the same time, if he was intentionally maybe keeping a low profile, maybe not. So
but he has a title. people know him as the samurai who smells of
Well,
sunflowers.
but within that hidden Christian community.
I mean, sure, but
yeah.
that's a full community. Like that's
Yep,
not.
that is very true. It's not the random.
It's not the oh yeah, you're my neighbor and
Well, it's not the. There were sunflowers around when I was chasing after Dad as he was leaving.
Yeah, exactly.
And so I associate the smell of sunflowers with him. No, he actually that is
the village all knew him as that, which means he wasn't
a sunflower. You
right,
know.
which means he wasn't just a regular samurai. He was like
good enough
samurai.
Good enough that people would remember him specifically, right? It's the
right.
You see a person in a story with a katana, they either don't know shit or they're a badass.
Right.
There's no middle ground. It's
There's
one
no
of those
middle
two.
ground.
Yeah.
So, yeah, we have a trail. We can follow up on this. I want to go back also because there was a point made about Nagasaki specifically, which they said the island is close to, like it is off the water
Right.
from
So
Nagasaki.
I think they could probably get to the island pretty easily.
Because Nagasaki's a port city, but also the idea that when they went and talked with the like there were some clues that they ended up having, and I wanted to say that it was Nagasaki, I think specifically, that the guy was saying that was it people of like Denmark or was it people of Holland? They brought sunflowers over.
Or Polish, maybe?
No, it wasn't Polish. No. It was one of the. It was like Belgium, Holland, Denmark, like up there.
You're right. Those small countries in
next
that
to Germany and
area.
France. Yeah. So that could be cool if that original clue was pointing at the idea that you needed to look around Nagasaki originally, and they just didn't look towards the water basically.
Sure,
like
maybe
for any like signs of like, hey, are there any people that plant sunflowers in this area or something?
Yeah, or maybe even I don't know if Japan's a fairly small country, but
I mean, you say that, but it's more compared to the U.S. It's a small country,
right?
But it's like a huge California if you think about it from
fair point.
But
I wonder if there could be a point where if they got in touch with somebody who actually is familiar with sunflowers, it's what are the actual places where sunflowers would grow, and then. Now, granted, it might not be enough of a priority for Fu's father that he would like settle in a place where he could keep growing sunflowers.
Well, I think they could grow most places. It's just they don't naturally.
Well, right. That's why I'm thinking like it's they
probably
it's not like going from South California to I don't know. Minnesota. Yeah, exactly.
I get what you're
right,
like,
this is where you see what the average geography knowledge of an American is like. But yeah.
I don't claim that. I'm actually an American that did the geography was like my third favorite subject.
Oh yeah. No. Well, no, see, you're the exception that proves the rule.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
There you go.
But fun episode. It's nice to get that bit of progress here. I forgot that this was where we actually got like a key lead,
and also that she knew what his name was. We now know Fu's name a little bit more now because of that, and also that yes, she always knew who he was.
Yeah,
and
that's
the
why
boys also are not bothered by that.
Nope,
they're just like, yeah, we get it. You have stuff you're not wanting to share yet, and we're not mad at you for the fact that you knew all this stuff.
Okay, you're telling us now.
Okay.
Cool. In a lot of ways, it's like we don't actually care. We care that you care.
Yeah.
So it's all right.
Yeah, they're
let's
good.
go.
They're good boys.
Yeah.
They're good boys in that regard. So yeah. All right, y'all. Thank you so much for watching this episode's reaction and discussion. If you want to see the next episode's reaction and discussion right now, though, go check out the link in the description below for our Patreon. You can get on early access there. You can watch full-length timer reactions there, and all this comes with Discord access, so you can chat with us in the community there about this show, about anime in general. Also, be sure to check out our Twitch channel. So yeah, if any of that interests you, we'll see you there. But until then, we're Semblance of Sanity. I'm Caleb.
I'm Jacob.
And we'll see you all next time.